The first thing you eat after a 1-6 hour fast matters more than most people think. I know that sounds dramatic, but think about it. You went 16 hours without food. Your body changed gears. Insulin dropped. Your fat cells started releasing fuel. Your muscles became more sensitive. Your hunger got louder. Your whole system was waiting for one thing: food. And that first bite sends a message. It tells your body what to do next. That is where a lot of people mess up. They fast all morning. They feel like they did something good. Then they break the fast with orange juice, toast, a smoothie, cereal, or a big bowl of oats. It looks healthy, but after a long fast, that can hit your body hard. Your blood sugar rises fast. Insulin jumps. Fat burning slows down. And before you know it, you feel tired, hungry again, or reaching for coffee just to stay awake. The problem is not always the fast. Sometimes the problem is how you break it. That first bite can either help your body stay steady, or it can throw everything off. So in this video, Hidden Health Science is going to show you what is really happening inside your body after 16 hours without food, why some healthy breakfasts can backfire, and what you should eat first if you want steady energy, better hunger control, and a smarter way to break your fast. Because fasting does not really end when the clock hits 16 hours. It ends when your first bite tells your body what comes next. After 16 hours without food, your body is not acting the same way it does after a normal overnight sleep. It has already started shifting. At first, your body uses the energy from your last meal. Then it starts pulling from stored sugar, mostly from your liver. That stored sugar is called glycogen. But after many hours without eating, those stores begin to run low. So your body has to make a choice. It needs fuel from somewhere. That is when insulin drops. And when insulin drops, your body can start using stored fat more easily. Your fat cells begin releasing fatty acids into the bloodstream. Those fatty acids can then be used by your muscles and liver for energy. This is one reason people feel like fasting turns on fat burning. But that is not the whole story. Your body also starts focusing more on repair. It is not busy digesting another meal every few hours, so it gets a chance to clean things up inside. Damaged cell parts, old proteins, and worn-out material can be broken down and recycled. That process is often called autophagy. You do not need to remember the science word. Just think of it like your body doing maintenance while food is not coming in. At the same time, your hormones are changing too. Insulin is low. Hunger hormones are rising. Your body is more sensitive to whatever you eat next. Your muscles are ready for nutrients. Your liver is watching for a signal. That is why the first meal after a fast is so important. You are not just filling an empty stomach. You are giving your body instructions. If the first thing you eat is sugar or fast carbs, your body may respond strongly. Blood sugar can rise quickly. Insulin can jump, and that fat-burning state you were in can slow down fast. But if the first meal is built around protein, healthy fat, and simple low-starch foods, the transition is much smoother. Your body gets what it needs without being shocked. That is the part most people miss. Fasting is only half the plan. The way you break the fast is what decides whether your body keeps working with you or starts fighting you. Here is the part most people do not realize. After a 1-6 hour fast, your body is sensitive, very sensitive. Your muscles are waiting for nutrients. Your liver is watching for sugar. Your fat cells are still releasing fuel, and your insulin is sitting low. That sounds like a good thing, and it is. But it also means your body reacts fast to whatever you eat first. So if your first bite is something sweet or something that turns into sugar quickly, your body does not treat it like a normal meal. It reacts harder. A piece of toast, a banana, a glass of orange juice, a bowl of cereal, a smoothie, even oatmeal with fruit. These may not seem like bad foods, and in a normal meal, they might be fine for many people. But right after a long fast, they can hit differently. Your blood sugar rises. Then insulin rises to deal with it. And when insulin jumps, your body gets a new message. Stop releasing fat. Start storing energy. That is the part people miss. They spend 16 hours getting into a fat-burning state. Then they break the fast with something that pushes the body out of that state almost immediately, and then they wonder why they feel tired, or why they are hungry again an hour later, or why fasting feels hard even when they are doing everything right. I have seen this happen a lot. People blame themselves. They think they have weak discipline. They think fasting just does not work for them. But sometimes the problem is not the fasting window. It is the first food. That first bite is not just food. It is a signal. It tells your body what direction to go for the next few hours. If that signal is sugar, your body responds one way. If that signal is protein and healthy fat, your body responds another way. That is why timing matters so much. A food can be healthy later in the day, but still be a poor choice as the first thing after a fast. This is not about being afraid of carbs. It is about knowing when your body is most sensitive. After 16 hours without food, your body is listening closely. So you want that first message to be clear. Steady fuel, muscle support, no sugar rush, no crash, no sudden hunger coming back. That is why the first food after a fast is more powerful than people think. It can either protect the work your body just did, or it can undo a big part of it in just a few minutes. This is where a lot of people get tricked. They are not eating junk food. They are not breaking their fast with donuts, candy, or soda. They are trying to do the right thing. So they reach for a bowl of oatmeal, or a banana, or whole grain toast, or a smoothie with fruit, or granola with yogurt. And honestly, I get it. Those foods sound healthy. They look healthy. They are the kind of foods we have been told to eat for breakfast for years. But after a 16-hour fast, your body does not handle them the same way. That is the part people miss. A food can be healthy in one moment and still be a bad first choice after fasting. Timing changes the whole story. When you break a fast with carbs, especially carbs that digest fast, your blood sugar can rise quickly. Then insulin rises to bring that sugar down. And once insulin goes up, fat burning slows down. That is not a small detail. You just spent 16 hours getting your body into a lower insulin, fat-burning state. Then the first meal comes in and tells your body, stop releasing fat. Store energy now. That is why so many people feel confused. They fasted. They followed the clock. They skipped breakfast or waited until noon. Then they ate what looked like a clean meal. But an hour later, they felt tired, or hungry again, or craving something sweet, or reaching for more coffee. And then they think fasting is not working. But maybe fasting was working. Maybe the first meal was the problem. This does not mean carbs are bad. Carbs are not the enemy. Rice, potatoes, oats, fruit, and bread can all fit into a normal diet for many people, but they are usually better later in the eating window, not as the very first thing after a long fast. The first meal should help your body land smoothly, not shock it. So, instead of starting with toast, juice, cereal, or sweet oats, start with protein and healthy fat, eggs, salmon, sardines, avocado, Greek yogurt with no sugar, cottage cheese, a little olive oil, some greens. That kind of meal tells your body something different. It says, stay steady, feed the muscles, calm the hunger, and that is what you want after a fast. You do not need a perfect meal. You just need the first signal to be the right one. The first bite rule is simple. After a 16-hour fast, do not start with sugar. Do not start with bread. Do not start with juice. Do not start with a big bowl of carbs. Start with protein and healthy fat. That is the whole idea. Keep the first meal low in fast-digesting carbs. Give your body something steady first. Something it can use without creating a big blood sugar swing. That is why eggs work so well. So do salmon, sardines, cottage cheese, plain Greek yogurt, avocado, olive oil, and a handful of greens. These foods do not hit your body like a sugar rush. They help you come out of the fast more smoothly. Protein gives your muscles what they need. After hours without food, your body is ready for amino acids. It can use them for repair, strength, and recovery. Healthy fat helps slow things down. It keeps the meal satisfying. It helps you feel full without needing a huge plate of food. That is important because after a fast, you do not want to shock your body. You want to guide it. There is a big difference. When you break a fast with carbs first, your body may respond fast. Blood sugar rises. Insulin rises. Hunger can come back sooner. But when you break it with protein and fat, the signal is calmer. Your body hears, "We have nutrients. We are safe. Stay steady." That is what you want. You are not trying to eat perfectly. You are not trying to make fasting complicated. You are just changing the first signal. That one small change can make the whole morning feel different. Less crash, less hunger, less craving, more control. And the best part is, you do not need a fancy meal. 3 eggs with avocado, salmon with greens, plain Greek yogurt with a few nuts, cottage cheese with cucumber and olive oil. Simple food works. The rule is not about fear. It is about timing. Carbs can come later if they fit your day. But after a 1-6-hour fast, the first bite should be steady. Protein first, healthy fat with it. Keep sugar and fast carbs out of that first meal. That is the first bite rule. Protein and fat work so well after a fast because they do not rush your body. They do not slam your blood sugar. They do not make your energy shoot up and crash back down. They help your body come out of the fast in a smoother way. Let's start with protein. After 16 hours without food, your muscles are ready for nutrients. They have not been getting amino acids for a while, and amino acids are the building blocks your body uses to repair and protect muscle. This matters a lot, especially if you are getting older, trying to lose fat, or trying to keep your strength. A good first meal should give your body enough protein to actually use. That is why eggs, salmon, sardines, cottage cheese, plain Greek yogurt, beef, chicken, or tempeh can work well. You do not need to make it complicated, you just need real protein, something your body recognizes. Protein gives your body a clear message: repair, rebuild, hold on to muscle. That is a much better first message than, "Here comes a big sugar rush." Now, let's talk about fat. Healthy fat slows the meal down, and that is a good thing. When you eat avocado, olive oil, whole eggs, fatty fish, walnuts, or macadamia nuts, your stomach does not empty as fast. Food moves through your system more slowly. That means you feel full longer. Your energy feels more steady, and you are less likely to feel hungry again an hour later. That is the mistake a lot of people make after fasting. They eat something light and sweet, like fruit or juice, thinking it is healthy, but it does not hold them. It hits fast, then leaves fast. Protein and fat are different. They stay with you. They calm the system down. They give your body something useful without pushing it into a sharp insulin spike. Then, if you want, you can add simple, low-starch vegetables: spinach, cucumber, arugula, broccoli, zucchini, asparagus. These foods add fiber, minerals, and volume without turning your first meal into a carb-heavy plate. So the simple formula is this: protein to feed the muscles, healthy fat to slow digestion and keep you full, low-starch vegetables to add fiber and nutrients. That is how you break a fast without shocking your body. And honestly, once you feel the difference, it is hard to go back. You feel steadier, you feel calmer, you are not chasing snacks right away. That is the power of using protein and fat the right way after a fast. Now let's talk about the foods that fool a lot of people. Because most people are not breaking their fast with obvious junk. They are not grabbing a soda and a candy bar. They are choosing things that sound healthy. That is what makes this tricky. The first one is fruit juice. Orange juice feels like a healthy morning drink. A lot of us grew up seeing it on the breakfast table. It feels fresh. It feels natural. But after a 1-6-hour fast, juice can hit your body fast. There is no chewing, not much fiber, just a quick rush of sugar, and your body has to respond. That is why juice is one of the worst ways to break a fast, even if it comes from real fruit. Whole fruit is different. Juice is much faster. Next is granola and sweet oats. This one surprises people. Oats can be fine later in the day. Granola can look healthy too. But a lot of granola is basically a mix of oats, sugar, syrup, dried fruit, and oil. It may have a healthy label, but your body still sees the sugar. And after fasting, that matters. A big bowl of oats with banana, honey, dried fruit, or sweetened milk can push your blood sugar up quickly. Then insulin follows. That is not the first signal you want. Then there are protein bars. This one gets a lot of people. The package says protein, so people think it is safe. But turn the bar around and read the label. Many protein bars have sugar, syrups, or maltodextrin. Some of them are closer to candy bars with extra protein added. That little bar may look like fitness food, but it can still act like a sugar bomb after a fast. Same thing with meal replacement shakes. Some are okay, many are not. If it tastes like a milkshake and has a long ingredient list, slow down and check it. Look for added sugar, refined carbs, and sweeteners that can make the first meal too heavy on fast carbs. Yogurt with fruit is another one. Plain Greek yogurt can be a good choice for some people. It has protein and can be filling. But sweetened yogurt with fruit syrup, jam, or flavored mix-ins is different. That is not just yogurt anymore. That is dessert in a health food costume. And after a fast, your body will notice. Sports drinks and electrolyte drinks can be a problem too. Plain electrolytes are fine if there is no sugar. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, those can help during a fast. But many electrolyte drinks have sugar added. Dextrose, sucrose, glucose, syrup. If those are on the label, it is not just minerals anymore. It can break the fast before you even sit down for real food. And then there is bone broth. Bone broth can be a gentle way to break a fast. But not every carton at the grocery store is the same. Some have added starches, vegetables, flavorings, or hidden ingredients that change the whole thing. So read the label. That is really the lesson here. Do not trust the front of the package. Trust the ingredient list. Words like healthy, natural, fitness, protein, low-fat, or organic do not automatically mean it is a good first food after fasting. The first meal should be simple. Real protein, healthy fat, low sugar, low starch, nothing fancy. Nothing that pretends to be healthy while quietly pushing your blood sugar up. That is how you protect the work your body just did during the fast. Now, let's make this practical, because it is one thing to say, eat protein and healthy fat. But what does that actually look like on a plate? A good fast-breaking meal should be simple, not fancy, not expensive, not something that takes 45 minutes and leaves your kitchen a mess. You want a meal that gives your body the right first signal. Protein, healthy fat, a little fiber, very low sugar, very low starch. One of the easiest options is what I like to call a muscle-first breakfast bowl. Here is what you need. 3 whole eggs, a small piece of smoked salmon, or a small can of sardines, half an avocado, a handful of baby spinach, a few slices of cucumber, a little extra virgin olive oil. Then add sea salt, black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon if you like. That is it. Simple food. But every part has a job. The eggs give you protein, healthy fat, and nutrients from the yolk. The salmon or sardines add more protein and omega-3 fats. The avocado helps slow the meal down and keeps you full longer. The spinach and cucumber give you fiber, minerals, and volume without turning the meal into a carb-heavy breakfast. The olive oil adds healthy fat and makes the whole bowl more satisfying. To make it, heat a little olive oil in a pan. Keep the heat low to medium-low. Do not rush the eggs. Cook them slowly until they are soft and just set. While the eggs are cooking, put the spinach and cucumber in a bowl. Add the avocado. Add the salmon or sardines. Then place the eggs on top when they are ready. Add salt, pepper, and lemon. If you are using sardines packed in olive oil, you can drizzle a little of that oil over the bowl too. It sounds basic, but this kind of meal works. It does not shock your body with sugar. It does not make your blood sugar shoot up. It does not leave you hungry again in an hour. It gives your body what it actually needs after fasting. Amino acids for muscle, healthy fats for steady energy, fiber for fullness, minerals for support, and the best part is how you feel afterward. You do not feel stuffed. You do not feel sleepy. You do not feel like you need a second breakfast. You just feel steady. That is the goal. Breaking a fast should not feel like a reward meal, and it should not feel like punishment either. It should feel like a clean landing. Your body has been running on stored fuel for hours. Now you are bringing food back in. So do it in a way that helps your body transition. If you want carbs, you can bring them in later. Maybe at your second meal, maybe with dinner. That depends on your goals and your body. But the first meal after a fast should be different. Keep it simple, keep it steady. Protein first. Healthy fat with it. Some low-starch vegetables if you want more volume. That is how you break a fast without undoing the work your body just did. There is one thing people almost never talk about when breaking a fast: how fast you eat. And honestly, this matters more than most people think. After 16 hours without food, you are hungry. Not just a little hungry. Your body is ready. Food smells better. Food tastes stronger. Even a simple meal can feel amazing. So, what do most people do? They eat too fast. They sit down, take a few big bites, and before they know it, the whole plate is gone in 5 minutes. I get it. When you have been fasting, there is this quiet urgency in your body. It almost feels like you need to eat right now. But that is exactly why you need to slow down. Your stomach and your brain do not communicate instantly. It takes time for your fullness signals to kick in. Your gut has to start sending messages to your brain that food has arrived. That can take around 15 to 20 minutes. So, if you finish your first meal in 5 minutes, your brain has not even caught up yet. You may keep eating past the point where your body actually needed food. And after a fast, that can leave you feeling heavy, tired, or uncomfortable. The fix is simple. Take at least 15 minutes to eat your first meal. Not because you are trying to be fancy, not because you need some perfect routine. Just give your body time. Take a bite. Chew it well. Put the fork down for a moment. Breathe. Let the meal settle. This one habit can change the whole feeling of fasting. You stop breaking your fast like it is an emergency. You stop eating like food is about to disappear, and your body starts to trust the process more. That is important. Because fasting should not end with panic eating. It should end with control, calm, steady. You already did the hard part by going 16 hours without food. Do not throw your body into another kind of stress by eating too fast. The first meal should feel like a smooth landing, not a crash. So yes, choose the right foods: protein, healthy fat, low-starch vegetables. But also, slow down. Give yourself 15 minutes. That small change can help you feel fuller, steadier, and more in control for the rest of the day. Now let's clear up one question a lot of people have. What can you drink during a fast? Because this gets confusing fast. Some people say coffee is fine. Some people say coffee ruins everything. Some people drink electrolytes. Some add cream, butter, or coconut oil to their coffee and still call it fasting. So let's keep it simple. Plain water does not break a fast. Sparkling water with no sugar does not break a fast. Black coffee is usually fine too. No cream, no sugar, no milk. Just black coffee. That does not give your body real calories to digest, and it does not hit your blood sugar like food does. For most people, black coffee is not the problem. The problem is what they put in it. A splash of cream breaks the fast. Half and half breaks the fast. Sugar breaks the fast. Honey breaks the fast. Butter or coconut oil in coffee also starts the eating window, because now you are giving your body calories. It may not spike blood sugar like orange juice, but it is still food energy. So if your goal is a clean fast, keep the coffee black. Tea is also fine if it is plain. Green tea, herbal tea, black tea, all good choices, as long as you are not adding sugar, milk, honey, or sweet creamers. Green tea can be especially nice during a fast because it feels light and keeps your mouth busy without turning into a meal. Now let's talk about electrolytes. Electrolytes can help, especially if you feel weak, lightheaded, or get headaches during fasting. But you have to read the label. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium are fine. But if the drink has sugar, glucose, dextrose, sucrose, syrup, or calories, that is different. That is not just electrolytes anymore. That can break your fast before you even eat your first meal. Apple cider vinegar is another one people ask about. A small amount in water is usually not a big deal for most people. But do not turn it into a sweet drink. No honey, no juice, no sugar. The basic rule is easy. If it has calories, It probably starts the eating window. If your body has to digest it like food, it breaks the fast. So keep it simple. Water, black coffee, plain tea, 0-calorie electrolytes. That is enough. Fasting does not need to be complicated. And when it is finally time to eat, then the real question comes back again. What is your first bite? Here is something most people do not expect. When you start breaking your fast the right way, your body may not feel perfect on day one, and that is normal. If you have been breaking your fast with toast, oatmeal, fruit, juice, or something sweet for a long time, your body is used to that quick hit of sugar. It expects fast fuel. So, when you switch to protein and healthy fat first, it can feel a little different at the beginning. Some people feel slightly flat. Not terrible, not sick, just a little quieter than usual. Your brain may feel like it is waiting for the sugar rush that never comes. But give it a few days. By day 3 or 4, many people start to notice a change. The energy feels more even. You do not get that big lift and then that hard crash. You just feel steady. And honestly, steady is underrated. Most people are so used to energy swings that they think it is normal to feel wired after eating, then tired an hour later. But when the first meal is built around protein and healthy fat, the morning can feel calmer. You may not feel hungry again so quickly. You may not need to snack right away. You may not feel that strong pull toward something sweet. That is a big deal. After a week, your hunger can start to feel more predictable. Instead of hitting you like an emergency, it feels more manageable. You can notice it without feeling controlled by it. And after 2 weeks, this can become even clearer. Your body starts getting better at switching between fuel sources. It learns that it does not need sugar every few hours to feel safe. It can use stored energy. It can wait. It can stay calm. That is what many people are really looking for with fasting. Not just weight loss. Not just a smaller eating window. But control. A better rhythm. A better relationship with hunger. Because when your blood sugar is not swinging all morning, everything feels easier. Your focus is better. Your cravings are quieter. Your eating window feels less chaotic. That is why the first bite matters so much. It does not just affect one meal. It can shape the way your whole day feels. And if you do it consistently for 7 to 14 days, you may start to realize something important. Fasting was never just about not eating. It was about teaching your body how to feel steady again. Even when people understand the first bite rule, they still make a few quiet mistakes. And these mistakes do not look obvious. That is why they are so easy to miss. The first mistake is eating too much just because you fasted. This happens all the time. You go 16 hours without food. You feel proud. You feel hungry. And somewhere in your mind you think, I earned this. So the first meal gets bigger. A lot bigger. More eggs. More avocado. More meat. More nuts. More oil. Maybe everything is low carb. Maybe everything is healthy, but it is still too much at once. And after a fast, your body does not always want a giant meal. It wants a smooth transition. If you overload your stomach, your body has to put a lot of energy into digestion. You may feel heavy, sleepy, bloated, or uncomfortable. That is not the goal. Breaking a fast should not feel like making up for lost food. It should feel controlled. For many people, a moderate first meal is enough. Something filling, but not massive. Enough protein, some healthy fat, a little fiber, then stop. The second mistake is adding carbs too soon. Some people say, okay, I will start with protein. So they eat eggs first. Then 10 minutes later, they add toast, or fruit, or a bowl of oats, or a little rice. That may sound better, but it can still work against you. After fasting, your body is still very sensitive. If you bring in fast carbs during that first meal, you can still get a stronger blood sugar and insulin response than you wanted. So keep the whole first meal steady. Not just the first bite, the whole first meal. Protein, healthy fat, low-starch vegetables. Save the carbs for later if they fit your day. The third mistake is eating too soon after waking up. This one surprises people. A lot of people wake up and immediately break their fast because the clock says they hit 16 hours. But your body is still waking up too. In the first hour after you get out of bed, your stress and alertness hormones naturally rise. That is normal. It helps you wake up, move, and start the day. But during that window, your blood sugar can already be a little higher. So if you eat right away, especially after a fast, your body may respond more strongly. For many people, waiting 60 to 90 minutes after waking can make the first meal feel much smoother. You can drink water. You can have black coffee. You can have plain tea. You do not have to rush. That is really the point. Do not rush the meal. Do not overeat because you fasted. Do not sneak carbs into the first meal too early. And do not treat the eating window like a race. Fasting works better when the ending is calm. The first meal should tell your body, "We are steady now," not, "Here comes a flood." That small difference can change how you feel for the rest of the day. So here is the big takeaway. Fasting is not just about how long you go without food. It is also about what you do when the fast ends. That part matters a lot. You can fast for 16 hours, do everything right, feel proud of yourself, and then throw your body off with the wrong first meal. Not because you failed, not because you lack discipline, but because your body is sensitive after a fast. It listens closely to the first signal you send. If that signal is sugar, juice, toast, cereal, sweet oats, or a smoothie, your body may respond fast. Blood sugar rises, insulin rises, fat burning slows, hunger may come back sooner, and then you end up wondering why fasting feels so hard. But when the first signal is different, the whole day can feel different. Protein first, healthy fat with it, low-starch vegetables if you want more volume, simple food, nothing fancy, nothing extreme, just a steady meal that helps your body land smoothly after hours without food. That is the first bite rule, and it is not about being afraid of carbs. Carbs can still have a place. Fruit can still have a place. Rice, potatoes, oats, and bread can still fit into your life if they work for you, but timing matters. After a 16-hour fast, your first bite should not be the fastest sugar signal of the day. It should be something your body can use calmly, something that supports your muscles, something that keeps your hunger quiet, something that helps you feel steady instead of crashing an hour later. So the next time you break a fast, slow down. Do not rush to the easiest breakfast. Do not grab juice just because it looks healthy. Do not eat like the fast was a punishment, and now you need to make up for it. Start simple. Eggs and avocado, salmon and greens, sardines with cucumber and olive oil, plain Greek yogurt with a few nuts, cottage cheese with fresh vegetables. Choose the meal that tells your body, "We are steady now," because fasting does not really end when the clock says 16 hours. It ends with your first bite, and that first bite can either protect the work your body just did or undo a big part of it. If this helped you see fasting in a new way, subscribe to Hidden Health Science. We break down health in a simple, real-life way, without making it confusing. And before you start your next fast, remember this: the fast sets the stage, but your first bite decides what happens next.